Have you ever wondered if the daily vitamins you're taking to stay healthy could be weakening your legs? It might sound shocking, but for many seniors, it's true. You may believe that those pills are boosting your energy, supporting your heart, or keeping you active, but what if they're silently doing more harm than good? In this video, we'll reveal how common vitamins, ones you've likely trusted for years, could be quietly stealing your strength, affecting your balance, and even increasing your risk of falls. Stay with us as we uncover 3 specific vitamins that are often causing harm to your muscles and nerves, especially as you age. You may have noticed that getting up from a chair has become more challenging, or that walking upstairs feels more intimidating. These could be signs that your vitamins are no longer serving your body's needs the way you thought they would. But don't worry, we've got solutions. By the end of this video, you'll know how to make smarter choices with your supplements. We'll explain which vitamins to avoid, what to replace them with, and how to protect your independence as you grow older. This isn't just about preventing muscle loss, it's about giving you the tools to stay mobile, confident, and in control of your health. Don't let something as simple as a supplement routine compromise your mobility. Stay tuned to learn what you can do to keep your legs strong, steady, and ready for whatever life throws your way. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Number 1. The silent muscle weakener, vitamin E. Let's dive into a topic that many of us would least expect to have any real harm: vitamin E. For decades, vitamin E has been portrayed as a superhero of the nutrient world. It's hailed as the miracle worker for heart health, the protector of our skin, and even a champion in slowing the hands of time when it comes to aging. It's no wonder that vitamin E is an ingredient in just about everything. Multivitamins, skin creams, hair serums, and even anti-aging formulas. Many of us take it daily, without giving it a second thought. It seems like one of those harmless, almost essential additions to our supplement routine. After all, it's just a vitamin. How could it possibly harm us? But what if I told you that vitamin E, which seems so innocuous, could quietly be undermining your health in ways you don't even see? The truth is, not all vitamins are harmless, especially when taken in large quantities over extended periods, and vitamin E is one of those sneaky nutrients that can cause serious harm, particularly to older adults. You might not even realize that the very supplement you're trusting to promote heart health could be slowly, silently weakening your muscle strength, especially in your legs. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means it gets stored in your body's fat tissues and your liver. Unlike water-soluble vitamins like vitamin C or the B vitamins, which your body excretes when it doesn't need them, fat-soluble vitamins are stored for longer periods. They don't leave your body as easily. So, if you're consistently taking vitamin E in large doses, thinking it's just an added boost to your health, your body can accumulate more than it needs over time. This buildup can lead to toxic levels that, by the time you notice, may have already caused significant harm. It's a slow burn, an accumulation that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. Now, let's talk about what happens when vitamin E builds up in your body. As it accumulates, it begins to interfere with essential processes, particularly those involving your muscles and nerves. It disrupts the neuromuscular function, which is the communication link between your nerves and muscles. That's the very connection that allows you to move your limbs, stand up from a chair, walk, and maintain balance. If that link begins to weaken, your body's ability to perform simple tasks deteriorates. And for those of us who are already dealing with the natural loss of muscle mass as we age, this becomes an even bigger issue. It starts subtly. One day, you may find it's harder to get out of your favorite chair. You might notice your legs don't feel as strong as they once did, or you feel a little less stable walking across the kitchen floor. The reality is, these signs don't announce themselves loudly. They creep up on you slowly and quietly, so much so that you might simply chalk them up to aging or perhaps a bit of fatigue. But here's where the danger lies. The weakening of your muscles is not just a normal part of getting older. It's a potential side effect of vitamin E building up in your system. You may not even realize it's happening until the problem has become much more noticeable. As this process continues, you might find yourself struggling with more than just getting out of your chair. You could experience increased fatigue in your legs and hips during simple movements, like walking around the house, standing for a bit too long, or even climbing stairs. Your legs might feel heavy and tired, and you'll find yourself needing to rest more often than you used to. These seemingly small signs can gradually worsen, affecting your ability to move around freely, potentially leading to a reduced quality of life. But here's where it gets even more alarming. Vitamin E doesn't just affect your muscles. It can also thin your blood. For people who are already on blood-thinning medications, this is a double whammy. The combination of weakened muscles and thinner blood can make you far more vulnerable to injury. A fall that would have been minor in the past could turn into something much more serious. A simple stumble over a rug or a misstep down a couple of stairs can result in severe bruising, internal bleeding, or worse. Imagine the emotional toll it would take to have to deal with that level of injury, especially when it could have been avoided with a little more awareness of what we put into our bodies. Even more tragic is the fact that these issues are often misdiagnosed or, worse, brushed off as just a normal part of aging. So many people, especially as they grow older, just assume that the gradual loss of balance, the muscle fatigue, the feelings of unsteadiness, are things they have to live with. They believe it's simply their body slowing down with age. But what if it's not? What if something as seemingly innocent as a daily supplement, something that we've been told is good for us, is causing this gradual decline in our strength and well-being? I know this can be a hard pill to swallow. It's not easy to think that something as harmless as a vitamin could have this kind of effect. But the truth is, there's no reason to continue down this path. The good news is that vitamin E is still important for your health. It's not the enemy, it's the excess that is the problem. You don't need to take it in large doses, and you certainly don't need to get it from a pill. Nature has already provided us with plenty of vitamin E-rich foods that are far safer and more effective for your body to absorb. Sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, and avocados are all excellent sources of vitamin E. These whole food options are packed with the nutrients your body needs, without the risk of overdosing. They provide a more natural, balanced approach to getting your vitamin E, and your body will thank you for it. It's also important to remember that if you've been taking vitamin E in high doses for years, you need to speak to your doctor about whether it's still necessary for your health. Bring in your supplements and review them together. Don't be surprised to find out that you've been taking doses far beyond what is considered safe. It's all too common for people to continue taking supplements because the label on the bottle says heart healthy or immune support, without considering whether it's truly what their body needs anymore. Another important point is to take stock of all your supplements. If you're taking more than one, make sure you add up all the vitamin E sources. It's easy for it to sneak in through your multivitamins, skincare products, and even your brain-boosting supplements. You could very well be taking much more than you think, and that cumulative effect could be causing damage. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. So, in conclusion, vitamin E isn't inherently bad. It has its place in supporting our health, but too much of it, especially in supplement form, can slowly erode your muscle strength and mobility. It can affect your legs, your balance, and your independence, things that matter to all of us as we age. So instead of relying on those high-dose pills, consider making the switch to whole foods and discuss your supplement routine with your healthcare provider. Your legs and your future self will thank you. Let's be more mindful of what we put in our bodies. After all, we all deserve to live the most vibrant, independent life possible as we grow older. Number 2. The bone and muscle drainer, vitamin A. Let's take a closer look at something many of us have trusted for years to support our health: vitamin A. It's often celebrated for its benefits to our vision, skin, and immune function. For as long as we can remember, vitamin A has been a staple in multivitamins, fortified foods, and even those old-school remedies like cod liver oil. It's always been presented as a superhero of sorts in the world of nutrition: healthy, safe, and effective. But, my friends, there's a more complex truth lurking beneath the surface, one that we need to understand as we age. On the surface, vitamin A seems like a miracle nutrient. It's packed into countless products, praised for everything from boosting immune function to improving skin health. For years, many of us have relied on it, often believing that if something is good, more of it must be better. After all, who wouldn't want to support their eyesight, skin, and immune system, right? But here's the catch. Vitamin A, like vitamin E, is a fat-soluble vitamin. This means it doesn't leave your body quickly. It stays, accumulating quietly over time, building up without you even realizing it. This slow accumulation can lead to something far more dangerous than we've been led to believe. The human body is nothing short of a miracle. It can do so much: regulate its temperature, fight off infections, heal wounds, and more. But as we grow older, our bodies begin to change. The liver's ability to process and break down nutrients slows down. Our muscles, once resilient and quick to recover, now take longer to bounce back after exertion. Our bones, they naturally begin to thin, becoming more fragile over time. This makes us more vulnerable. We have less room for error when it comes to how our bodies handle nutrients and supplements, which means that a small mistake can have profound consequences. This brings us back to vitamin A. When it accumulates in the body, particularly in older adults, it can create a dangerous imbalance. One of the most concerning effects of excess vitamin A is its impact on bone health. Our bones, especially those in the hips and legs, are essential to our everyday lives. They keep us walking, they give us the balance we need, and they support our independence. The hips and legs are the foundation of movement. Without them, we lose so much of what makes us independent. Yet, studies have shown that high levels of vitamin A are linked to accelerated bone loss, particularly in the elderly. This isn't just a theoretical concern. A decline in bone density, even a small one, can have severe consequences. Imagine a simple fall, a misstep, or even a slip on a rug. What once would have been a minor event could suddenly become something far worse: broken bones, fractures, and, in some cases, long-term disability. This is not just a fear of growing old, it's a very real concern that we need to address as we age. And the risks don't stop with the bones. Muscle strength is another area where excess vitamin A can wreak havoc. So many older adults report feeling a constant heaviness or ache in their legs, particularly in the hips and thighs. It's especially noticeable after walking or standing for long periods. The sad part? These symptoms are often brushed off as a natural part of aging. We tell ourselves, it's just part of getting older. Maybe I overdid it yesterday, or I'm just not as strong as I used to be. But what if the cause isn't aging at all? What if it's the very supplement you've been taking every morning in good faith? What if this very nutrient you've trusted to help you is making things worse? The tricky part about vitamin A is that it comes from many different sources, and those sources can stack up quickly. Cod liver oil, for example, is naturally high in vitamin A. If you're taking this as a supplement, along with a multivitamin, fortified breakfast cereals, or even consuming liver in your diet, it's easy to surpass the recommended daily intake without even knowing it. When you add up all of these sources, you may find yourself taking more vitamin A than you realize. This isn't just a theoretical risk. Over time, this accumulation can lead to chronic toxicity, a silent buildup of vitamin A that puts your health at risk. And this isn't a one-time issue. It can sneak up on you, especially if you've been taking supplements daily for months or even years without considering the long-term effects. What does this toxicity look like in real life? It's often subtle at first. You might start noticing aches in your hips, thighs, or upper legs that just won't go away. You might feel a growing fatigue after walking just a short distance, something that didn't happen before. Maybe you start to notice that taking the stairs, going for a walk, or even standing for long periods has become more of a struggle. You're not lazy or afraid to move, but your body just doesn't feel the way it used to. These signs, these little warning bells, are not simply the natural effects of aging. They could be your body's quiet cry for help, signaling that something in your routine needs to change. It's easy to dismiss them, but that would be a mistake. So, what can you do about it? The good news is that you don't have to live in fear of vitamin A. It's still an essential nutrient, and you do need it for your health. However, it's all about the right type and the right amount. The safest form of vitamin A for most seniors is beta-carotene, the plant-based version that can be found in colorful vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and kale. Unlike retinol, the active form of vitamin A found in animal products and many supplements, beta-carotene is much safer because your body only converts it into vitamin A when it's needed. This built-in safety mechanism is a game-changer, allowing you to get the benefits of vitamin A without the risk of toxicity. If you're currently taking a vitamin A supplement, especially if it's in the form of retinol or from cod liver oil, it's worth reevaluating your approach. Are you also getting vitamin A from other sources, like fortified foods or other supplements? It's easy to double or triple your intake without realizing it. And that's where the danger lies. One small adjustment could make a huge difference in your health, energy, and strength. One small change could protect your bones, keep your muscles strong, and help you move freely without the aches and pains that come from excessive vitamin A buildup. Additionally, it's a great idea to talk to your doctor about getting a vitamin A blood test. Many people don't realize that routine lab tests often don't check for vitamin levels unless specifically requested. A nutrient panel can give you a clear picture of whether your vitamin A levels are creeping into the danger zone. Don't wait until the damage is done. Take action now to ensure you're not unknowingly overdoing it. The takeaway here is both simple and profound. More isn't always better, especially when it comes to fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A. What you thought was a health habit, something that seemed like a smart choice at the time, could be slowly undermining the very things you're trying to protect: your bones, your muscles, and your ability to move through life freely. Instead of relying on high-dose supplements, shift toward whole foods. Let your nutrition come from your plate, not from your pill bottle. Not only is it safer, but it's also how your body was designed to thrive. Embrace the power of nature's abundance, and trust that your body will thank you for it in the long run. Number 3. The nerve damager, vitamin B6. Let's talk about a vitamin that we've all heard of and most of us have relied on at some point. Vitamin B6. It's often marketed as a miracle worker, an energy booster, and a brain helper. This vitamin is advertised in everything from multivitamins to energy supplements, memory enhancers, and even mood-boosting pills. It's supposed to help us feel sharper, more focused, and more energized. As we age, we're bombarded with messages that these types of supplements are our ticket to maintaining mental clarity and staying vibrant. They make it seem so simple, right? Just pop a pill, and your energy levels, memory, and mood will improve. At least that's the idea we're sold. After all, vitamin B6 is water-soluble, and we're told that water-soluble vitamins are safe because the body eliminates whatever it doesn't need. It sounds almost too good to be true. So what's the catch? Here's the truth that many people don't realize. Just because vitamin B6 is water-soluble doesn't mean it's always harmless. It can build up to toxic levels, especially if you're consuming multiple supplements that contain it. This often happens so gradually that you don't even notice until the damage has already been done, and by then, it's harder to reverse than you'd think. When vitamin B6 accumulates in your system in excess, it doesn't just cause minor discomfort, it can lead to severe, long-lasting nerve damage. This damage often affects the nerves in your legs and feet, and the impact on your daily life can be truly devastating. One of the most serious effects of too much vitamin B6 is a condition called peripheral neuropathy. This condition affects the nerves that control sensation and movement in your limbs. The symptoms often start subtly. At first, you might experience slight tingling in your toes or a feeling of numbness in your feet that comes and goes. You may dismiss it as poor circulation or simply as a result of aging. Many of us do. But as time goes on, the tingling doesn't go away. Instead, it gets worse. Over time, the sensation may turn into something more alarming. You might begin to feel as though your legs are always asleep, a sensation that makes walking feel disorienting. Your feet might feel disconnected from the ground, like they aren't even a part of you anymore. For some, it's as though they're walking in a fog, no longer in control of their movement. Others describe the sensation as a feeling of their legs being dead or numb, as though their body is betraying them. At this stage, the damage becomes undeniable. You may find yourself tripping over nothing, stumbling when walking across a room, or feeling unsteady on your feet. Tasks that once felt simple, climbing stairs, standing for a while, or even walking to the mailbox, start to feel like major obstacles. The worst part? You might not even realize what's causing it. The damage is so gradual and so insidious that it's easy to assume it's just another part of getting older. But here's the painful truth. The real culprit may be sitting in your bathroom cabinet, quietly working against you. It could be that bottle of vitamin B6 you've been taking for years, believing it was helping you stay sharp, energetic, and balanced. What you thought was a solution could have been slowly taking away your independence, your confidence, and your ability to move freely through the world. The scariest part of this situation is that the nerve damage caused by B6 toxicity doesn't always go away, even once you stop taking the vitamin. In some cases, the damage can be permanent. People who have experienced severe vitamin B6 toxicity often report long-term or even permanent nerve damage. This means persistent numbness, weakness, poor coordination, and a constant sense of unsteadiness that never fully goes away. These symptoms can affect everything, from your ability to walk to your overall mobility. And when mobility is compromised, it can affect so many areas of your life. Your ability to stay active, to care for yourself, to maintain your independence. The impact on your quality of life is far more profound than you might initially think. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. So, what can you do to protect yourself? How can you make sure you're not falling into this dangerous trap without even knowing it? The first step is simple. Take a good, hard look at everything you're putting into your body. Check every label on your supplements, especially those marketed for memory, energy, or mood enhancement. It's easy to overlook these details, but once you see just how much B6 might be in your daily routine, you'll be shocked. A daily multivitamin might contain 20 to 40 milligrams of B6, but that's just the beginning. If you're also taking an energy booster, it could add another 50 milligrams. Add in a memory support supplement, and that's another 30 milligrams. Before you know it, you're easily exceeding the safe threshold of 100 milligrams per day, and you haven't even thought twice about it. You're unknowingly exposing yourself to the risk of nerve damage every single day. So, what's the safe limit? Officially, the upper limit for vitamin B6 intake is generally set at 100 milligrams per day. But as I mentioned earlier, many over-the-counter supplements far exceed this amount. And here's where it gets tricky. Because vitamin B6 is water-soluble, it's easy to think, oh, if I take too much, my body will just get rid of it. But that's not the whole story. When it comes to toxicity, your body doesn't always act as efficiently as you'd hope, and the damage can sneak up on you without warning. The real danger lies in the long-term effects. It's not just about what happens today, it's about how these supplements can silently wear down your body over months and years. Some people don't even realize they're experiencing nerve damage until it's too late. And once that damage is done, it's often irreversible. The numbness, the lack of coordination, the difficulty in walking, all of it can become a permanent fixture in your life. The good news is that there's a way to prevent all of this. First, make sure to take a hard look at your supplement routine. Don't just rely on the claims printed on the bottles. The second step is to remember that the best source of vitamin B6 is always real food. It's important to know that your body absorbs nutrients from natural sources like bananas, avocados, potatoes, turkey, and chickpeas much more efficiently than from synthetic supplements. These foods provide the right amount of B6, enough to support your nervous system without putting it at risk. Natural food sources help your body regulate the intake, providing balance, whereas supplements don't offer that same level of control. If you're experiencing symptoms like numbness, tingling, or any odd sensations in your feet or legs, don't ignore them. Talk to your doctor and ask for a blood test to check your vitamin B6 levels. Most people never think to ask for this test during routine checkups, and unfortunately, it's not something doctors always test for unless you specifically request it. But catching B6 overload early on could mean the difference between reversing symptoms and suffering long-term damage. It's something you don't want to overlook. Here's the bottom line. When it comes to supplements, more is not always better. It's easy to get caught up in the promises of better mental clarity, increased energy, and improved mood. But with vitamin B6, too much of a good thing can take away what you hold dear. It can rob you of your strength, your balance, and your sense of security in your own body. Our legs are so much more than just appendages we use to walk. They are the foundation of our independence, our freedom, and our ability to live with dignity. We rely on them to shop for groceries, to visit family, to travel, to do the things we love, and to care for ourselves. The last thing we want is for a supplement, something we took in good faith to improve our health, to slowly steal that away from us. I encourage you to take a moment to reassess your supplement routine. Look at what you're taking, question what's truly necessary, and have a candid conversation with your healthcare provider about your supplement choices. Knowledge is power, and the more you know about what's going into your body, the better you can protect your health, your mobility, and your independence. As we age, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that every ache, every stumble, and every bit of fatigue is just a part of getting older. It's a narrative we're told, and it's one that many of us accept. But what if that's not the full story? What if the leg fatigue, the muscle weakness, and the balance issues you're experiencing aren't just signs of aging, but the effects of the very supplements you've been taking to stay healthy? The truth is that muscle and nerve decline doesn't always come from aging alone. Sometimes, it's a side effect of the very nutrients we believe are helping us. Vitamin B6, in the right amount, is vital for our health. But when we consume it in excess, we risk damaging the very things we rely on: our legs, our strength, and our ability to stand tall. Let's be mindful, and let's take action to protect the strength and freedom we deserve. So, what have we learned today about vitamin B6 and its potential dangers? We've uncovered the hidden risks of taking too much of this seemingly harmless vitamin and how it can lead to nerve damage, especially in your legs and feet. It's a wake-up call for all of us, reminding us to carefully examine the supplements we take and always question whether more is better. The true strength of your body lies in the balance, and we must be intentional with what we put into it. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to start practicing in your life? Maybe it's checking the labels of your supplements, or perhaps it's making sure you get more of your nutrients from real food instead of pills. Whatever it is, share it with us in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave your comment, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Together, let's make smarter, healthier choices for a better tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and stay empowered.